All right, much better. I think supposedly we are live, but we don't really know if we really are though. So maybe we are, maybe we're not. But I think everything's looking okay. Yeah. All right, then. Still got 30 minutes almost till the open. Let me just check a few more things. Are we live? Yeah, we are. Okay, cool. Perfect. It sounds okay too. I'm not really sure. Mm, that okay. Over here. We can close that out. I think I need another monitor soon. Yeah, okay. So we're looking at the screen. So from Friday. Friday we this stuff real quick. So Friday, um, we started off kind of choppy a little bit. We're below 48, 48.40. One of my targets was 48.50. If it could break this level up here, which it couldn't on the open. We tried with some good strength, no follow through. Then very nasty reaction. So, and probably an even stronger, maybe or equal to this move down. Get my alarm real quick. So yeah, so uh, got a strong reaction off this area here, which was established I think since Wednesday or Thursday or Wednesday or Thursday, and then we had a small retracement and a strong run to break this area here, these pivots. So we broke through 4800, and then we came back and back tested it, and we held like 4805 ish, 4808 or 4805 and 4800 as resistance. So came back tested, and then back tested the area we just broke, and then left us these pivots. We came back to the pivots, and then we started to give us some shallow pullbacks here with some pressure here with this type of pressure down, and we finally broke that area as well. Then we came all the way down to 4780. So we had some strength, we had a retracement, and then we had some follow through. And then after that, we had follow through down, got up to 4845 ish, or yeah, 48 40 4743 ish here, this price. And then we tried to get to 4770, but we couldn't. We missed it by a few points. So missed it here by a few points here. Then we had a nasty reaction, so stepping on some type of landmine there. Nasty reaction up, traced about 75%. So we got strong move up, retrace about 75%, and then another strong move up, and then a retracement above 47.80. So it kind of held 47.80, has a little bit of support here. And then we back tested the area we broke of previously. We just broke these pivots, so back testing that here, and then actually breaking through and following through. And what we did was we broke through the area with some strength, and then we retraced back to back test that area we just broke. So held here as support, and now it's holding here as resistance. So it's like this. Something like that. So with some strength up, back testing, and then more follow through to the upside. It's a strong run up, some shallow pullbacks, another run up, some deeper and shallow pullbacks there in this area, maintaining a curve, and then we hit 4,800, and eventually we broke right through that, breaking through this area of resistance as well. So we broke right through that, and then it's kind of now holding this as support. So pull back, a little bit of run up, another run, another pullback, and then another nice strong run. Deeper into shallow pullbacks, some regular pullbacks here to the mid band, and we had a nice finish all the way to 48.20 until we had a nice strong retracement just to go back to the support and retest that type of stuff. So kind of a retracement all the way down, back testing support, just a little bit of sideways action here, and then finally break out of that with some strength, and then end of the day obviously kind of just trails off, but still holding this area that we are holding as support right now. And then we finally break through that. Our next little support area would be down here, which I should probably do blue. So it comes all the way down to our second support area, holds that, and then we get a strong reaction back up. So the market likes to do that sometimes. If it kind of breaks the first level of support, it'll hold the second one that's just right behind it and go right back up. So we went right back up. Oh, I thought I was reviewing Friday, but I guess that was Thursday. Yeah, it's Thursday. So still doesn't hurt to review some days. Oops. So yeah, so broke the first support and then try to hold this as resistance since it broke it, but then it really couldn't. So more trendiness to the upside, strong run up, some shallow pullbacks, to deeper, more up. Market opened at 15. Let's get this done. So Friday now, actually Friday, we had a strong run up, some shallow pullbacks, held, had a little bit of follow through, and then couldn't reach 48.40, so we topped out at 40.35. Strong run down, and strong run down. Probably a 50% pullback to this if we pull out a little measuring tape. So yeah, so nice run down, 50% pullback. And then more to the downside. So remember, we still have this area down here as support. That was acting as support. It broke it once though. It held the bottom one. So maybe this is the more important one, but can consider this a FOBO as well. So more to the downside. So 50% pullback, more to the downside. Goes all the way to our support area with a mixture of runs and retracements in this area. This run, retracement, run at it, strong run down, and reaches right above 4,800. We had a nice run, retraced movement up, kind of this trend up. So run into it, and then we had to run back up. Just probably kind of a difficult V here. And then we're holding 48.20 multiple times. So a little bit of support, maybe just a little bit of a poke or reaction, FOBO, whatever. So we held 48.20 once here, here, here. And we could not break above that. So there's some resistance there for sure. So back into our resistance area, and they actually tried here. They're trying to push it back up, but they failed miserably because it's a nice strong run to the downside, and then we had them holding it right under 48.10, and then they couldn't. They were supposed to break here. They couldn't. They popped these people here shorting got popped, and then we had a strong run up, or a run up, a retracement, and then more follow through, grindiness. They're grinding this up to the upside, poking it here, and once they poked it, kind of like the same thing here. This. So once they poked it, they couldn't hold it like it happened. It happened here, happened there. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? Okay. So yeah, they poked it, they ran it up, grindiness, they poked it through, they couldn't hold back into our sideways action. So we're into sideways mess, and we are still in this sideways mess. So maybe we can actually move this up a little bit like that. Just keep it like that. So we are in a sideways mess right now between these two areas, and right now we're at the bottom of it. So that's the structure we are in right now. But yeah, that is a market breakdown of from Thursday, Friday, just so your mind can get refreshed and you're in tune with the market a little bit. So some goals, some price goals or whatever, some targets, actually goals. Yeah, some targets might be, if we're able to break to the upside, maybe we'd like to see something like this happen, where it uses 20 as support and head higher. So maybe 40.80, 48.40, or in this area as well. So somewhere here, and eventually getting up to 48.50, right? Because it hasn't done that yet. Feels like it's been trying to get to 48.50, but it hasn't. So 48.50 is a target. And if it can't, if we started seeing it break down, we'd like to see some separation. Back test, maybe hold 4,800 as resistance, so we can go lower, and then we can retest these prices, this nasty price right here. So maybe we want to go down all the way to 47.90 and eventually 47.80 down in that area, breaking the supports and actually testing these prices down here, this mess. See what's down there. So yeah, so maybe those are some targets for today, whether it wants to break up or down or continue sideways. Then we'll just play that game and we'll fade the extremes, shorting at the bottom and going long as deep as we can into this area, fading the extremes there. If we start to see we're just going to stay in this market structure for a while, which hopefully not, trading those, not the best. So yeah, so those are some targets. There, up here, and up down here, depending on how this starts to shape out. As of right now, oh, fuck, it is MLK Day today. Oh, that kind of sucks. Totally forgot. There's not gonna be no volume today, so I might as well just would have slept in. I don't think anyone's gonna be trading, so let me see. Well, this guy's trading, so yeah, you can kind of tell the volume is low because there's really no movement, and sometimes in the pre-market there's movement or something. But we'll wait for the market to open. I think since it's low volume and it's MLK Day, we are gonna stay in this sideways structure. I don't think we're gonna get enough volume to break through one side or the other. So let me check CME calendar. CME holidays. Yeah, so MLK Day today. So they should be open just for like a few hours though, I think. I'm sure they'll be open for a few hours. Here we go. I'm sure we can trade for a few hours. I totally forgot though. Yeah, so expect little movement, pretty much little to no volume. Sure there'll be like one or two trades. They're gonna take like 40 minutes per trade to an hour type shit. So Yeah, fuck it. We're up. We're gonna trade. We're gonna maybe do something. I can go over some shit. Whatever I decide to do. So we can go over. Let's go over maybe how I decide areas or pivots. We can do bar by bar on a day. Since the market is slow, let me have one chart over here open just in case to see. We still have 2 minutes to open. So let's see how the open reacts. And if it's nothing, then we do nothing. No, if the market isn't open with some volume, then that's all right. Yes. So here. Hmm. Okay, so this here. 16, 15. 1 second. 15, 16. So we shall see. Market opens in a minute. We might have a little bit of volume in the beginning, but it's gonna fizzle out real quick within a couple hours. Because I think we're only allowed to trade till maybe like 10 or some weird shit like that. Okay. So we got a few hours to maybe make a trade or whatever. But since it's slow, I'm gonna keep an eye out on it on my other charts here, and then we can learn something over here, I guess. Just gonna watch it for a little bit. Market should have opened, so it's open 7:30. Da 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 da. Yeah, super slow. Not much is gonna happen today. I totally forgot about MLK fucking day. Maybe I could have stayed asleep. All right, well, not doing much here. Okay, so we might slowly start moving up to here. So we might get there. Okay. We might get a few pops up to the upside, maintaining this sideways structure. So do a quick little lesson on what can we learn today. Let's learn. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I won't teach today. Really, nobody even watching, so we're just chilling. Maybe what important pivots are, which pivots are important, or how to spot areas, or why I have 20 and the 10 smart and the 50s and the hundreds, because those are important. Maybe how to think or come up with what the market might do. That's also important. Which the market can really only do three things, which is go up, go down, or go sideways. That's the only three things the market can do, anyways. um, yeah. How to read these bars, bar by bar. Why I'm using tick charts, maybe because you actually see transactions, not time. We already have time. So my chart is, time is on the X, and then price on the Y, and I'm looking at transactions, looking at actual people. Not looking at time. I don't care what the price does within a certain amount of time. I'm already looking at it on the y-axis. Yeah, so I'm looking at transactions. It's more detailed, more information you can get out of it. Straight just chilling, I guess. Market's not doing much. These are gonna be, if you're in a trade in these type of days, hours, an hour, 40 minutes. Ain't much gonna go on today. Yeah. All right. Well, see if we can just at least get up to here. Maybe. Yeah. Maybe I'll do like a pivots video, post it on YouTube. Like within another hour, I'll start working on that actually, because I actually maybe do 2 videos, pivots and maybe area or something, like an areas video. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, so maybe we'll get to 40, 80, 20 and see from there. Still in a sideways action. Very, very slow. Hmm. What the heck? Okay. What? What the hell? Yeah, alright, straight chilling. Straight chilling. Yeah. we could zoom in on this real quick and see. A little bit zoomed in right there. They're not doing much still. Maybe we try to catch a long at the bottom of the bottom, deep into this area here. But it's still above 48.10, so weird. That was so weird. But yeah, catch a long somewhere at the bottoms maybe. Trying to see if we can go a little lower. But as right now, 48.10 still holding. I do believe we're gonna get to the top of this area, or sorry, excuse me, not the top of this area, but the top of this sideways channel. So yeah, top of this area up here. But since it's MLK days, really no volume. If I do get in a trade, it's probably gonna be holding for like 40 minutes to an hour or something stupid like that. So, I did break down Thursday and Friday earlier before we even the market opened, so there's that. Maybe I can pull some clips from that or something. And this is me zoomed in. Let me go back to regular. My regular charts. Again, hasn't done nothing since open. Well, maybe for Tuesday or tomorrow, we'll still be in this sideways channel, I think all day today. And then maybe we break out maybe we break out and we head to 4,800 and then lower, testing these prices down here, this price, and then whatever happened here, we'll test these. But if it doesn't, it breaks higher, then we definitely want to test this area, break it, get to 48.40 and eventually 48.50, because it hasn't done that all week, and I feel like it's what it wants to do is print 48.50. So last month it couldn't reach it. It had this strong resistance there, and then we came close to it again all the way to January 11th. Still couldn't reach it. 48.40 was resistance, so it feels like it wants to get there. And then here it tries again, 48.40 resistance. So maybe we'll go all the way to 48.40 and then break that. And if we break that, we're definitely headed for 4,900 sometime. If we break that sometime this week, if not, you know, for sure this month. If we start trending upwards. But if not, then we can head all the way down to this price, that down here, and let's see. Let me actually zoom out and see where we might be headed. Yeah, so we're definitely might be headed down here. Definitely gonna test this price there. Oh, so if we do start to break down, we'll probably break down all the way to 4,700 or not 4,750. So if we break down here and we don't hold support anywhere, we'll 48.50 and eventually 4,700. So that's zoomed out view, maybe. Back to 610. I think might make a video about pivots and areas later today. If there's really nothing much going on, might as well make something worth of it. Worth of my time being up and worth the day actually being on the computer. So sure, not much. Can probably pull. From see. Where did I go? I think if we pull this and we go add 324 and then add columns, a daily volume, apply. Yeah, whoa, that's nothing. 1,028. I mean, 128,000. That's fucking. It's empty. Yeah, delete that. Close that out. Yeah, it's empty. Yeah, for now, we're in this sideways channel. We're probably going to be in it until tomorrow. There's really no hope with the volume we have now to even break up or down. So if you are going to trade, maybe, well, I was trying to catch something down here, and then obviously get out here, fade the extremes, and just hold that trade for maybe for a few hours probably. It didn't go deep enough for me. If I did get in, I'd be with a small stop. So I was kind of hoping I'd get in down here and hold the stop behind these little pivots right here. About like 3 points, maybe. Yeah, 3 points. And then just ride that all day long, probably. The resistance. I think we can look at what I did Friday on actual trading. So I fucked up. I fucked up a few times Friday. I got on a short because I knew we were gonna break this, but I started to see these higher lows going against me, and I scared myself out. And as soon as I got out, it just dropped. And let's go. So it dropped, and then I actually got in at 4,800, another short, and then I didn't really hold it for much because this was support anyway. So I did 2 shorts. One scared myself out. One I didn't hold long enough, and then it dropped off the face of the earth for 21 points. And then missed out on some good short opportunities here, and then I finally got in another one here and just started holding this curve, or not trend line but the market's curve, and then it broke support. I got that for a good chunk, actually, for at least almost 7 points, 6.5, and then went to the bottom, 47.80 into support, and then yeah, that was the end of that. I think I left this day with maybe I don't know, like 10 points or something like that. 3 plus 6.7, yeah, around 10 points, almost 9, minus whatever this was, so about a point, yeah, 8 or 9 points on this day. And then the other account, on my other account, I actually got in the same trade, scared myself out. I didn't take this trade. I got in a shallow pullback short, thinking it was gonna go deeper all the way to 47.80. Didn't. Held the support, so it did like a reverse trade basically. Got some money out of that. And then a shallow pullback, thinking we were gonna go back higher. Not the best trades there, but I also got in this one. Same as the other account for 5 points, so that's okay. So yeah, today I'm trying to get into something. Oh, what did I do here? What oh, this was actually, that was Thursday. I keep mixing those days up. This was Thursday. This was Friday. Last Friday. So last Friday I got in on a long here. I took that for about 4 points, and then I got in a long, but I kind of noticed it was a little too early. So if we zoom out a little bit, got in long here, but I noticed it was too early, and I kind of wanted it deeper. I wanted it somewhere down here to have my stop down here somewhere. So I took it. I got out. I took it deeper. I got stopped out, and then we had amazing strength to the downside. So I took the first short opportunity I could on this pullback. So that worked out. So pullback, I took a short and I got out for 5 points, which is pretty good. So I'm up 9 points on this day. So minus minus 4 points. So back to 5. And then I just watched the market for the rest of the day. Just kind of was doing like this sideways action stuff. And now we're here. I think I traded on this account. I only took one trade. Oh, same thing. So I took a trade here. I got out for so minus 3 points. So I got stopped out for 3.5, and then I took a trade here. I got that for 3. So I was up like 2 points. Cool. And I was just waiting. Dun, dun, dun. So maybe he wants to get up here sometime soon today. Really does not have the volume or anything to do so anyways. Exit that out. Exit that out. Okay. I guess we can do something exciting. Not be fucking bored all day. We can bar by bar a random day. So let's do this. Since it's awkward and weird. This was December 29th, so maybe like a day before New Year's Eve or something. I don't know. Whatever is going on those days. So we have a nice strong trend to the downside. Finally gets a retracement, a little bit of sideways, and a strong, crazy run to the downside. So we trend all the way down to 4,800. We bounce off that. We hold 40-80-20. So, right? That is resistance here. With a little bit of poke or a Fobo, whatever you want to consider, poke Fobo. And then we had this just crazy amount of strength to the downside. So what you kind of want to do with stuff like this is grab a ruler. This isn't a fib. This is just a ruler. It lets me know how much a move has retraced back. And usually strong moves like this want to retrace 50% back or 20% back. So if we're on the open, it's the crazy amount of strength to the downside. So you kind of want to get a trade in for sure. It's a short, but it's kind of hard because you don't know if it's going to retrace or how much. Because it needs to. It needs to. The market needs to like cool off or retrace from that amount of strength. So you can trade, possibly have a trade 25% back, and then it also gave us a pivot here. And it's a shallow pullback right there. So it comes back 25% back. It starts to slow down. Right? This is a slowdown here. It gives you pretty much 2 opportunities right there to get in. So you're retraced 25% back. You're below 47.90, which is a round number, a 10. we have this pivot here, shallow pullback pivot. It retraced back to pretty much. So a short here, maybe about a stop there. We have a massive amount of strength behind you. At the very least, 4780 or below, right? So let's see. That'd be maybe a trade I'd be looking for. So if we continue on, so it works out straight to 4780. So that's depending on where you got in, about 8 points right there. So let's see what happens. You know, these are the lows. It's not resistance yet. It's just the lows. So it goes right through that. So you see how the way I have my numbers set up is like I have tens for every 10, right? So it's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. I have those marked out. And then I went back and I marked out my 20s. So 20, 40, 60, 80 are my 20s. And then I also have my hundreds, but they're 50s. So I have my 50s and hundreds marked out, which are important because they always go to them or hold them resistance, hold them as support areas. They're not areas, they're like they can be targets or entries or stuff like that. So they hold. So I would have entered here and then got out at 40, 80-ish. So you see how this run down broke it and it kind of came back and then went from it a little bit. It's messy. It's not gonna be picture perfect, but from what I see is it broke 4780 and then comes back and then goes again from there. So here's another short opportunity there for sure. So, and then so you see how these lows, oh my bad, these lows here are not resistance, they're just pivots. If, for example, the market would have had a nasty reaction, say it came all the way up here and started going higher, then yeah, that's a resistance. Then it's considered resistance because it's showing me strength off that. But it didn't. It just kind of went right through it. So what I consider this is our transfer areas. It's just like a transfer point. So like for example, see how it broke through and kind of went to it, but it went to 4780 exactly, but it's transferring from these areas. It's not resistance or support, it's just like a swap zone. So, you know, buys and then flipped into, here are buys, and then here now it's flipping into sells. So let's go here. So this is maybe another short. Doesn't have the best of slowdowns, but another short. And then you have 4780 as something you can hide your stop behind for sure. So maybe like 3 points there as your stop. You know, you're above these few pivots almost. Maybe maybe if you want to go 3.5 just to be a little safe. And then it works out but holds a higher low. It couldn't go from this shallow, shallow pullback, couldn't go. So comes deeper and with some strength. So that amount of strength, you know, something is up. So you can consider now, you can maybe consider this as a W-shaped Bobo. And this is probably going to start flipping into support here soon. So now we have a W-shaped Bobo. We might start flipping to support. I'm looking to get it to a trade here. Also, you have 47.80 as support, support here. It was trying to hold as resistance, so it couldn't, so it Boboed. W-shaped Bobo. So maybe along there and there. And definitely we're gonna try to get all the way to 47.90. And if not, back to retest 4,800. So let me check what the market is doing real quick, and it's doing jack shit. So we're just gonna continue on with this little bar by bar lesson, I guess. Okay. So where was I? Okay, so this price 47.80, W-shaped Bobo, massive strength to the upside, retracement, and if you want to see these retracements, my retracement ruler, it's not, I know it says Fibonacci retracements, but I set it up to where it gives me 25, 50, 7,500. So 50 to 61 is a consider 50% pullback. So let's see how much this move pulled back. So if you notice, it pulls back exactly to 50% to like 61. That area there is that red area here is 50% pullback for me. So this is a great place to trade, because to go long, you know, because you have a 50% pullback. 47.80 is, it broke above, so now it's going to be acting as support. You have these pivots, whereas before it just kind of considered a swap zone, right? It's going to start acting as support here soon. Clear my chart so it's not as messy. Get rid of that. Put that back. So this is going to act as support. We have a Fobo on the bottom, a W-shaped Fobo, right? So these are all signs on why you should get long here. You have this W-shaped Fobo, and there's a few shapes. Not really. They're just shapes. There's two shapes, but since you trade up or down, there's four. So the types of shapes that you get for Phobos are, let me move myself down here. So say you have two areas. You have your area resistance or support. Whatever, color does not matter. I could do pink, red, but most people see red as resistance. People see blue as support, or green as support. Doesn't fucking matter. So say you have the market just come up, and you can tell it's building some support there. It goes like this. It ain't gonna be picture perfect. Sometimes they like to poke areas, but no separation, right? Separation would be that. You have separation. So say it does something like that and comes right back in, and it gives you a trade here. So just for educational purposes, we'll make it picture perfect, but it usually never is. So you might get something like that. So this is a V shape, or upside down V. So that's one. You have this V shape, or sometimes you might get an M shape. Clearly, that's an M. Right? You get an M shape. And so it's the same thing to the downside. You either get a W shape or a V shape. So if say the market came down and it gave me something like this. Something like that. I'll delete this stuff over here. Just so it can look a little clean. So you sometimes get this and the market will come back up, give you a trade here. So we'll usually phobos, they break out of areas, they'll break back into it and then test that like area. So they'll test this area and give you a nice trade to the other area. That's a W shape, or sometimes it's just a V shape. So those are the 4 shapes, but it's just really 2. So you either get W's, M's, V shapes. All right. But yeah, those are a quick little lesson on phobos. They're very easy to see and you see them all the time. This is one right here, phobo below this swap zone and a phobo below 48 or 47.80. So back to what we're talking about. So we have a phobo 50% pullback on this nice run up. So it gave us a back test of the little area almost. It's a nice place to trade. Here's another slowdown. This is an even better slowdown than this. If you didn't catch this, catch that. And you're trying to get to 47.90, maybe even a little further. So let's see what it does. So it comes back a little deeper. So you should have your stop. Let me get rid of this stuff right here. So you should have your stop, maybe like a 3 to 4 points. You want to be below 47.80 for sure, and this area. So risk to reward. So I have it set up for 3 handles, but you should be shooting for somewhere up here for sure. So this is also another long opportunity. So market should have went from here, and it should have went from here. So you're gonna give it another try, 3 tries. So it couldn't go. Okay, fine. You lose a trade. Maybe you got in here. You saw it try to go once, try to go once, try to go twice. This was the 3rd time it could have gone. And so maybe you saw that and you reduce risk, So start off with this amount of risk. You reduce it because you're giving the market 3 tries and it doesn't want to go. Reduce your risk. So maybe now you're about up 2 to 3 points, which is okay. So now the market is kind of going sideways a little bit. Here with here, a little bit sideways. So now it's back below 47.80. Let's see what it does. So you should have gotten on this short for a good amount of points, gone on this long, probably not even lose that much on that trade. So let's see. We can move this. I like to keep it like this. So now we're below again 47.80. So this trade here, this short, is almost the same as this. So we have a nice strong run, goes back, pulls. So now this FOBO, how do I put this? So this FOBO was the first time that the market wanted to break out. It couldn't. So now it's this is the second time the market wants to break out and break below these prices, and it wants to break down below 47.80 and test 47.70. So this is the second time. It FOBO'd once and it also couldn't go up. You took a long share, didn't want to go up. Second time the market's breaking below. Usually if the market wants to break down or break up or break out the second time, it's more probable. It's way more probable. So now you have a second time. The second, well, we used to call it second time's the charm, but that implies luck. But second time's the chance, I guess. That we call that second time's the chance. So second time the market was gonna break out, and maybe we're actually gonna separate this time and go down below her. 47.60 is right below, depending on how much strength we have. Oh. Let's see. So now these are holding, which sucks. So now this area got pushed down below 47.80. So it's really just going sideways with a little bit of tilt to the downside. So it has this tilt, this curve, and also this type of structure is circular waves to the bottom. So if you look at this, and these are fucking hard to trade. I struggle with these all the time. They fucking suck. So we might get something like this. I hate these. So the market should have broke out right here. Should have went lower. These bottoms held. It should have went from here again. And then finally it should have went from here. So let me explain. So I'd take a short here for sure because I have 48.40 behind me. So maybe I take 2 losing trades in a row. I'll probably take this one and win on it though. But let me explain this market structure. Circular waves are low-key a bitch. So circular waves, you see them sometimes a lot in the market. It's this type of shit where it goes, it gives you a rundown and then it rounds off, it comes back deeper, goes again, rounds off, comes back deeper, it goes again, and it'll round off and come back deeper. So it should have went from here based on this market structure. So now it's breaking the circular wave market structure and going higher. So from here, with this strength up, if you wanted to get in this like shallow pullback trade, sure, we have more shallow pullbacks depending on the strength. 4800 is right above, so that is a major target, a huge round number. That's why it's red for me. So let's see. So yeah, missed it by a few points, and then comes back, holds 40.90 for another trade, and then that's all it wants to do. But these circular waves are a bitch. I hate these. They're confusing and hard to trade because they make you think it wants to go one way, but it's actually just rounding off to go deeper, rounding off to go deeper, rounding off, and it should have went deeper. This is a hard day to trade actually. So now you have a nice strength to the upside with some short. You could have gone short here. It should have went down, and then another short here. Should have went down. So we had a break of market structure. It went up, shallow pullbacks, and then into deeper. And then this trade works out for a few points. Doesn't quite reach our target. 4,800, but it's attracted to it. There's just probably a lot of shorts. It's probably just a lot of shorts in this area. And then once it pretty much goes to the target, gets slammed down, this is a fundamental strong move down. You have 48.90, so you can take another short here. If you took this long, so this is opposites. So if you're in one trade, you should be in the other. So you got this strong move up, 40.90, right? You took this long. Now you have this swap zone. See how it's not an area, it's just a swap zone. So buys, and then it flipped into sells. So you have a nice run up. You break 40.90. You kind of have these shallow pullbacks into deeper, and you have a slowdown here. This is a beautiful trade to try to get to 4,800. Slams down, comes back. You have a slowdown, 47.90 to go back to 47.80. So these are kind of like inverse. If you're in one, you should be in the other. Then you have another strong run down, beautiful strong run down. Now this is the fucking third time that it wants to try to get down below here. So you have major support down here. This is the third time. Maybe you'd be taking a trade there. 47.80-ish. Maybe you only take it for a few points. Take it into the support area for 5 points, which is okay. So finally, this is the third time it wants to break out. And it's, I don't like that. Get out of here. So circular waves. A little bit of FOBO, back into it. Third time to break. And it finally does. Obviously, it finally does. So what's below? What's below before? So 47.60 is below. And then, let's see. Yeah, thin air-ish. So right here, we break out with some strength. Finally, first short opportunity, I will be taking that because we could be going down lower. So that one doesn't work, and then it comes back to almost give us a back test of the area. Finally broke. So back test and goes right through it. It's just a hard day to trade. So this support area that it created, and if you notice, the market is really attracted to 47.80. It probably thinks that it's a fair price, or it's a balanced position, balanced. So we're probably gonna be back to 47.80. So it breaks below, breaking our areas that it took forever to break earlier. It breaks it with a lot of strength. This was 14 points, and then doesn't want to go from here, and violently breaks back above, and then it holds 47.80 with some shallow pullbacks to go higher. That's the end of the day. That's a tricky day. Very hard day. This was almost a FOBO, a V-shaped FOBO. A very big V-shaped FOBO right there. Very hard to trade. This day was momentum up, momentum down, momentum up, momentum down. These are not trending days. These are just kind of regular market days where it's not trending, and you have to be able to move and read the market as it goes. And it's very hard. Take trades, like, take this trade, get some points out of it, take these two trades over here. Super hard days. And then you also have this market structure with circular waves. Circular waves are not my favorite trade. Let's see if we can find some more of those. So if you see 47.50, how it's attracted to 47.50. That's why I have these numbers marked out, because the market just respects those numbers. Like the 50 and 100s are very important, and then the 20s, 80s, 40s, and then the 10s are just, I marked them out. Let's see if I can find a perfect circular wave. Here we go. So this is perfect example why I fucking hate these days. So circular waves, not perfect, but damn near. Okay, so it'll start off like this, strength to the upside, rolls over. We'll do this like rolling over, blast off, rolls over, blast off, and then rolls over again. So these type of markets, you're supposed to trade as deep as you can. So you want to trade somewhere here, and then somewhere here. This isn't the best, because what you really want, let me see if I can find another one. Let's see if I can find one that's even better. So you can get these to the upside or downside, but let me see if I can find. First of all, let's see what the market's doing. Finally, see what I mean? That these trades take forever. If you were in a long here, they take in hours on these type of days. But anyways, let's try to find circular waves. Here's some to the downside. Yeah, we see them as much, but they are around, and they're bitches to deal with. Even these might be a little bit circular waves there, but the market's a little exaggerated. Let's see a little bit more. If not, can draw them out. Something like this. There's usually like 3 of them. So like blast off, round over, blast off, round over, blast off, round over. I can draw them. Sometimes you see them, sometimes you don't. So circular wave. Sometimes they're expanding. Sometimes they're expanding circular waves, sometimes they're not. So you would get like a strong run up, and then you get this rolling over, deep retracements, making you think it wants to go down lower, but then damn it. Get this rolling over, and then blast off, and then you get this rolling over. It comes deep, and then blast off, and then you might get like 3 of these, and then the last one usually kind of fails or something. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. The last one's usually the ones that fail. So you get these a lot, and they're a bitch to deal with, because they just are hard to spot, and when you do spot them, it's kind of a little too late. They go deep. They go deep, but one thing they do is they usually hold higher lows. So hold the higher low usually. So that's one market structure, and then you get these also to the downside. You can get them to the downside. And they look like, they should look like, get a strong run down. They don't roll over like this. That's just not how price works. I used to think that, so they told me no. It'll roll over like this. Something like that. And then this is the deeper, or I mean this is the rundown. And then a roll over. You get the rundown. And then you get another rollover like that. Circular waves to the downside. I think that's correct. That's what we saw earlier, right? Let me make sure I'm not full of shit. Oh, they do roll over like that. Okay. So they roll over to the downside. But you might actually get both. Let me see if I can buy both. You might get something like this where it rolls over to the top side. And then get down, down, right? And then it's rolling to the down, to the, rolling over like this. So you get something like that. Okay. Try to find those. I don't know where they went. So you got these here. And then the last one should have went from here, but failed. And then we also have some here, here, here. And then you also get the other type. Not really those. Kind of those there. But you do see them. You see them a lot sometimes. Yeah, this is a good example. And see how these, they're not picture perfect, so they do hold higher lows, but these are the same, and then it holds one here. And then it should have held it from here, but it failed. So those are hard to trade. You do run into those. So that's one type of market structure. So do it one more time. Here you get that. That rollover effect. These are deep. Sometimes they're expanding, sometimes they're the same size. Sometimes you get a big one, kind of a medium, big, small, whatever. Market's not. It's never picture perfect. It's like a nature thing. That's like a weird human nature to it. So it's never pretty or perfect. So you get those. You will never see circular waves. I think that's where I messed up. You'll never see circular waves to the upside going like this. So you'll never see them going like this. I don't think, from what I remember. I haven't done circular waves in a while. You'll never see them go like that. It just looks weird, and I think that's impossible. From what I remember. Yeah, circular waves are to the upside like this, and then to the bottom. There's a certain way that they're supposed to form. I don't think they're form like this. Yeah, they don't form like this. Yeah, they don't. I've never seen it like that, I don't think. Yeah, so not like this, but like the first one I drew, like this. And then to the downside, I know there's a correct way to the downside. And I'm thinking that it's like this. I just forgot, but circular waves, they are around. It should be like that. Yeah. I think because if I took this, let me. If I took this, give me 1 second. So let me go back to this drawing right here. Yeah, it's like this. It's supposed to look like this. I don't think circular waves, from what I remember. And you might see it, but I don't think they go. I'll have to ask which way they're supposed to roll when they're going to the downside. I think it's like that, from what I remember. But whatever. That's one market structure. Circular waves, gotta look out for. They're rolling off, going into deeper, but then running to the upside type shit. And then another market structure that you run into a lot, and it's my favorite one to actually trade because they're so easy to spot. I think we had some. When did we have it? When did I see it? We had some. This is kind of it. So there, it's called range extension. Basically, when it's it like ranges, so going sideways or it's in a box, then it pops out, and it's another box. It pops out, another box, and pops out. Kind of this one didn't give us a perfect box, but it range extension again, and then now when it's a shallow pullbacks, and finally are deeper. But yeah, range extensions are the shit. They are the ones that are fun to trade. It's when the market's moving the best. So where's another set of range extensions? Okay, so yeah, these circular waves are sure how they look like. It shouldn't be. Yeah, no. Okay, yeah. To the down, yeah, downside. Okay, whatever. More range extension. This is complete sideways. Market is like, so this is another market structure. Sideways, you want to fade the extremes, buy the sell highs, buy low, sell high type shit. So sell resistance, buy support. Never in the middle because you'll get chopped up. Those are kind of easy too. They're just like leaps of faith type of thing. I'm trying to find more range extension. I know we had some December, I think. Like beautiful one, like easy to read type. These might be it right here. No, circular waves. Ran out of data. Let's see. Find some. Can't find any more. But you see them a lot as well. And they're sloppy sometimes. Trying to find good ones. Just this day. Is this in December? What day was this? January. These are good. Range extensions right there. Anyways, I could draw it out as well. Range extensions always work like this. You'll have a nice strong run up. The market does something weird like this and then breaks out. It might come back to it, something like this. And then goes again. And then might come back. And then goes. So it creates like these boxes that it comes back to. So like a little bit of swap zone, a little bit of swap zone, and then it might go again and then create another box on top. Keep doing that. And it might be sloppy just like this. Never picture perfect. Okay, I'm gonna shoot my computer soon. And then another box, and then and so that's why it's called range extension. So it ranges in the box, ranging, extends, ranges in a box, extends, ranges in a box, extends. So that's another type of, and this day here is perfect. This day here is like, you can really see it. You can really see it. It builds platforms. If I can put it in a better word, it'll build a platform from where which then can extend from. So on a trending day, usually it's always so got a strong run, gives us a little square, and then it extends. Trying to do it as neat as I can. Go do this. Just trying to get it neat. Trying to get it neat so you can see what I'm talking about. So we have a strong run up, box, another run up, box, another run up, a long box right here, a run up. It comes back to retest, gives us a retracement, and then gives us a box there, an extension, and that's the end of that. And then maybe one more box up here with another extension. Okay. So range extension. It's a box right there a little bit, but it doesn't really count. So yeah. And then you see how it comes right here. It didn't give us a box, but it came back on top of the box, basically. Platform that it builds a platform building platforms. So like that. And then so once you kind of start learning all these different type of market structures, you'll see them more and more, and then you'll see like, okay, it started off with circular waves and then it moved into range extension, or it's going sideways, and then choppy. Sometimes you get choppy. A lot of people like to toss that word around. So here, let's see. I think we can categorize this rather than these weird circular waves that are going up instead of down. Let's see if we can break it down. So we have a strong run down, that'll pull back, trace, a little bit of a box, right? Extend, comes back. Not the best of boxes, just because it's rounding over, and then extends, comes back. Not the best either. This one's kind of sloppy. It's almost a combination of range extension, but with a rolling over. I started right there. So it's kind of weird. But yeah. The market is like an organic thing, kind of like snow, for example. Not every snowflake is the same, but it's like naturally made, so it has this different pattern. It's almost like human beings fingerprints, where you're looking at something natural, so like it's always gonna have variations. And but if you look at a fingerprint, you know it's a fingerprint, right? But every fingerprint is different, so it's kind of like that. Let's see what else. But yeah, I guess that's okay for today. Market still hasn't done shit. What a boring ass day. Whatever. Woke up for nothing. Could have been sleeping. Maybe I'll get like an hour sleep then work out or something. Should I explain why I have my numbers marked out? So if you notice my chart, might be a little. My chart is different from a lot of people. 'Cause I don't use time charts. I use tick charts. If you notice, let's go back to where it's clean. Okay, somewhere here. Okay, so I have all my numbers marked out. 800, 750, and 700 are marked red because those are more of a. They're more, how do I say this? They're more of like long-term zoomed out targets, but they're very important. Very important. They're like extreme numbers. And then in between the 100, so it's 800 to 700, I'll have 710, 720, 730, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, all the way to 100, right? And then I'll go back and do my 20s, 20, 40, 60, 80. So all the 10s, like they're all important, right? But they're all round numbers. That's why they're all round numbers. The round numbers are very important. The 10s are just, they're, I don't know, targets or whatever. But the blue numbers, the 20s, entries, they're entries and extended targets. And then the regular 10s, they're also targets and entries, but the 20s tend to hold more weight. They're more for some reason they're more important. The 10s kind of, they run through a little bit. So for example here, like 4800, and then reach back down to 4790. Like if you notice, the market coincides with my numbers that I like, these blue red lines more. So see, held here. Because without this, like, I don't know. For me, it helps me put the market into a frame of price, which is like obviously what market is doing, is running through price, because it's what people are doing. Like what I'm looking at is price, but I don't know. I see people. Like these are people. Like I see what people did here. People were getting in longs and it popped. And people, I could tell people up here were shorting. So people were getting out of their positions probably and then shorting, taking profit up there. So if you start to think of the market in terms of like people and price, then it'll help you start to frame. But yeah, so I don't know, helps me frame what the market might do, helps me pick out targets, entries. So 4820, not obviously to the tick, but because like, again, it's a natural thing. It's always going to have its own variation. It's going to be sloppy. And then see how it ran through the 10s, but it's going to hold the 4800. So to 4800, so held, went to 4800. So if you're thinking of a short, 4800 is your target. So went through 4800, back to 4800. So now it's just like in and out of 4800, so it's sloppy around here. And then back to 4820. Let's see if it breaks. If it breaks, then say you're going in longs, it breaks 4820, 4830 is next, but ultimately 4840 is an extended target, obviously. So finally reached it over there. So we see how the 20s are just more important for me. All that. Let's see. Well, held 4820, 4840 was resistance, and then back to 4800, and then zooms off 4800, then 4820 again, zooms down below, and sometimes 4800 might not mean shit. Like right here, 4800 didn't mean nothing to the market, but it's balanced though. So the market is balanced. So I bet you it went 27 points to the upside and 23 points to the downside. So it's like a balanced thing. So it might be a balancing point for the market in this time right now. So right here, went to 4800, back low, 4760. I don't know. But yeah, I marked those numbers out because I just noticed that it just loves round numbers, human psychology. So like here, 4820. It's like resistance, almost sloppy, but it's there. Go all the way back to the beginning. So you can see like these like market just respects rounds numbers sometimes. Here, 47. So this might be an entry. You might use 4770 as entry, and you might want to get out here or something. It broke 4080 and it kind of was holding it as support a little bit, and then went back below it, went back above it again, and it just messes around that number. So something like that, breaks, then back to 4760, like I don't know, and then it broke that, so 4750 is below, and it phobos, it gives us a V shape here, so it should go from here back up and back up, 4800. So I don't know, you could use numbers to your advantage. It's attracted to round numbers all the time, so so it's 9 o'clock where I'm at, so 9, 10, 11. It's lunchtime in New York, so they're really not doing shit right now. Shit, speaking about lunchtime, I'm a little hungry. And I haven't had coffee. So yeah, that's like a little bit of a breakdown of market. This whole live has been fucking pretty informational, if I don't say. Yeah, it's been fucking educational, so I don't know why I cut off like that. It's fucking educational for sure. But yeah, you should be able to read the market kind of like a book. It's always wanted to tell a story. It has a plot always, so plots are your targets. So always try to find the plot, where the market wants to go, what is it attracted to, what is it trying to reach, what is it trying to print. Yeah, that's why these numbers are for me are important. Why I have them marked out, and it helps me. I'm telling you, it helps me just keep the market into a frame. It helps me pick targets. But yeah, so far, let's pull. I guess I could just do it here. Let's pull out a zoomed out version. Let's zoom out a little bit. This is 2000 tick chart. So that's what it looks like. So far, it's what it's done last week. Got a big old V shape here. So V shape here. I bet you this is like a 50% pullback, stabilized and zoomed out. So the same concepts that you can use while like you're zoomed in, they're the same concepts that you use when you're looking at the market zoomed out. So a big old V shape. You had this run up, 50% pullback, stabilized, and then went. So that's kind of crazy. See, this is like a zoomed out range extension. You had two range extensions here if you kind of look at it. So you had a run up, bit of a platform here, extension, another platform, and the market should have went up, but it didn't. That's fine. Doesn't have to. But use that to your advantage of saying, okay, well, it broke market structure and it did something completely different that it wasn't supposed to do. So now shorts. This is a beautiful short on 48.20. Can I take that anywhere? No. Zoomed out look here. 4750, and then touches that number and then just zoom up. So yeah, maybe I should load more days. I'm going all the way to December 18, so probably have only like 30 days loaded. More shit to look at for sure. But yeah, market hasn't done shit. So let's go back to our regular charts. Sideways since Friday. It's not gonna do nothing all day. What else? What else? What was another market structure? I think I went over pretty much a lot of them already. Circular waves, range extension, sideways, trending. Obviously, trending is trending. Thin air is kind of a market structure. Thin air is like, let's see if we can find thin air. So you see this resistance here, this 40-30 area, whatever. So if we break above that, all of this space up here is thin air, meaning if the market goes, it's gonna go because there's nothing holding it back. There's no previous price action up there. There's no pivots up there. There's nothing up there. It's thin air. So the market's like thin air, so it gets kind of crazy up here. So like here, like say we break down below here, it's not considered thin air because we have price action. But if we break down below here, it's a bit of thin air because we haven't had price action. It'll break this, right, too, as well. And then this is like old price action. So kind of thin air a little bit. So, okay, for example, right here, if the market would have broke down below this area, and it started trading this area where there's nothing behind it, right? That's price action. That's thin air. See all this thin air down here? And then you could consider maybe this wouldn't be thin air, kind of, since you do have this little bit price action here. But it definitely would want to go down there, so definitely would test that for sure. But yeah, there's thin air. Thin air is cool to trade too because it's easy. It's market likes to move a lot. It's kind of violent. So if we do break above this, then we're gonna be trading in thin air above here this week. Hopefully it breaks above, and then hopefully we're headed to 4,900. Why not? 4,900. 4,850 is right above, so that's a target. And then 4,900 for sure. Because it would be in thin air, so like it'd be easy. It'd be easy to get up there. But yeah, that's a lot of explaining to do, but market didn't want to do anything today, so I might call it. I might call it 2 hour stream. Whatever, it's all good. If market was doing more shit, it would be more exciting, but this one's probably the most useful stream I've probably done in a while. Starting this new channel here, so but I hope me see. The Bad Day Trader. I think that's a pretty cool fucking name. Cause is it like cause he sucks or like oh it's cause he's a bad motherfucker? Bad Day Trader. Never know. You never know. Oh whoa, what the hell? Okay. Um Quality of my stream. I don't know. Looks good. It's, the only thing I have issues with is when I'm moving from monitor to my monitor, it glitches. So I don't know how to fix that yet, but I will look into it because it pisses me off. But yeah, I think that's looking good. I think my mic is on point. I don't think I sound terrible. Should I hope not at least. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call the stream. I was hoping to do trading, but MLK motherfucking ruined my day. So I guess we can look at something else before I go. Interesting. Let's see. not too bad. Last 90 days. From 35, from 30, from 28 in the last 90 days to 46. Pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. What about XRP? From 48 cents to 70. Oof. XRP's looking scary. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well. My shit just cut off? Because I can't hear myself now. Okay, no, I don't know why it's doing that. Whatever. But yeah, actually, look at that one more time. Pretty fucking crazy. Actually, want to look at Cardano a little bit. That's impressive too. Last 10 days. From 24 cents all the way to 60. So that's almost 3 times. It's 3 times. And what are you doing? From 4 cents to 9. All time. 51 cents. I'll go. Okay. Yeah, Bitcoin is pretty interesting right now. Up there. Yeah, kind of bored. I don't know what else to do. Probably just call the stream and just leave my. Either call the stream or just leave this fucking thing on. And cut the mic off. Let's zoom in a little bit. Let's see what's up. Got this little rounding off. These, well, if there was momentum, these usually like end in parabolics. So like it'll like shoot up like that. So I don't know. Maybe I'll take a trade for the fuck of it because I am fucking bored and I did not do all this just to like sit around. Maybe let's see. It might go. It might pick up. Who knows? So you're not supposed to do that though. You're not supposed to take a trade because you're bored. This thing being so weird. I don't know. I don't know. I gotta go make some food though for sure. All right, I'm out. This is too. I'm gonna do something more useful with my time. Peace. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be back here mañana, same time, 7.